Hello, this is The Real Truth, and I'm your host, Glenn MacArthur. Welcome to this edition of climate. We're going to explore climate change. The history of this goes back to the 1970s, back to a time when French were nuclear testing off of Tahiti. We go back to a time when Greenpeace had placed a ship to protest these blasts that were happening off Tahiti. And when the French Secret Service took out the ship and its occupant and one of its occupants by the use of a small bomb. We also would like to address what happened next. Within a month, the French had concluded their tests, and within another month, we had found out the costs of those tests. A hole in the ozone layer, probably from their 50 megaton nuke that they had dumped. The fact of the matter is that what happened next was an insult to every intelligent person on the face of this planet. They said that nothing happened. Well, I hate to differ with you. A hole in the ozone layer is not something that should be a political endgame to fight with. I take it very seriously, but the fact of the matter is that America turned around and buried it and said, "Oh, it was because of us up here in our CFCs and our cars and our planes and all this happy stuff." The fact are the facts. I took I took basic science. I'm not a college graduate. I took basic science at when I was in high school. And there's only two elements that are lighter than air. I have yet to see dirt fly, but I can guarantee you this much. It don't fly far when it is kicked up. And what I'm trying to tell you is this, is that we're talking 200 miles up, okay? 200 miles that way. And that would take a hell of a lot of power. You'd have to put it on a rocket to get it up that high. And then we are told that it was caused by CFCs. Another lie. The only thing that could have gotten up there and that was carrying CFCs is space shuttle SRBs, their fuel, the ash, okay? That would have caused it, but it doesn't take out the ozone layer. That was another misfallacy, okay? Well, shortly after that, we had a calving of the Ross Ice Shelf of something the size of Connecticut. And everyone went, "Oh my God, look at that." Something that's natural, they're getting excited about. Really? Well, it could have been that the hole in the ozone layer let some deadly UV radiation in, and it may have caused the ice to crack. Wouldn't that be a shocker? Yeah, but no, they have to blame you and they have to blame you and me for that. Think about that. They want to spend our dime on us to make us pay for their mistakes, for their oh buddy kinship. We're just going to go ahead and do it. Well, I'm not buying it. I didn't buy it then. I'm not buying it now. So it was global warming. Oh my God. Then they came out with that nutty movie made by some guy who thought that I'm going to take pictures of an acid pit in Yellowstone and a movie about it, and we're going to go ahead and put it on there, and everyone would go ahead and jump at it, including Al Gore and maybe DiCaprio. I mean, really? You expect me to jump on that bandwagon? No. Then what happens? Okay, then we have uh, then we have the hole itself. Hello, you know what? Today there is no hole down there. That's because the ozone layer and the atmosphere welded itself back up, and there's been no huge calving of Antarctica. Okay, so maybe we should learn from that lesson. But oh no, no, we have a bunch of anal retentive college graduates from Cambridge who want to get rich and who want to sponsor a bunch of greeny ticky stuff. They want to have a $10 trillion carbon market. Really? It just makes me angry as hell that I have to listen, they want me to pay for their retirement when I have to pay for my own retirement. I mean, that makes me sick as a dog. I had to put these morons through college so they can stick me with another bill. Screw them. And then the climate gate. Oh, reality set in. They caught them with their hands in the jar. And still we have this running around. Woo-woo. You want to know something else? You know what really makes me angry? HARP. You know where HARP is? HARP is a government-funded research grant group that's sitting up there in near Bethel, Alaska. And when asked by a conspiracy show, "What are you doing up here and why are you doing it?" You know what they said? "Oh, we're nuking the atmosphere." Really? At my expense? You're nuking the atmosphere. You're throwing up hundreds of tons, hundreds of electron volts, billions of electron volts, so they can check out how the aurora works. But that also superheats the atmosphere. And that also, if you took a magic marker and moved along the axis of the Earth right through the glacier in Prince William's Island near Victoria Sound, where they were screaming, "Oh my God, the glacier is receding and it'll never be back again." Well, if you took a look at what was going on, the reason why we're having so many problems with the storms and everything, and the weird weather, and the reason why we haven't had a hurricane every year is because the Canadian Clippers that come down are coming down stronger and harder and pushing all the warm weather low fronts away. Yeah, that's called sense, not dollars and cents. Anyway, these fools think that they're going to command the weather and they're going to do all this crap. They're messing with Mother Nature and they're causing trouble. But you want to know basically what really scares the hell out of me? Why we have all the problems we're having? Is because the astrophysicists are being told, "Shh, don't tell the general public the real reason why we're in a screw up situation with the weather and all this happy crap. It's because of the Shoemaker-Levy asteroid." The government doesn't want you to know that this asteroid, when it went around the Earth and came back in '89, it broke up and went into Jupiter. Jupiter is the counterbalance for the entire solar system. So if Jupiter's out of whack, Saturn's out of whack, we're out of whack, Mars is out of whack, are all out of whack. We're in a weird toppling orbital situation, all because Jupiter is heavy. And the reason is because of the Shoemaker-Levy asteroid. That's the reason why I-95 was on fire. Literally, 100-degree temperatures for more than 3 days. It was on fire down here in Florida. And that was the reason why, was because we were closer, probably 10 million miles closer to the sun than we should have been. And what really scared the hell out of me was 2012, when we were supposed to be getting this solar storm, and we were expecting some major CMEs, and we had a very close call. We almost lost it. But thank God we have it back. But another thing we need to be looking at is the magnetosphere. The South Pole does not have a South Pole anymore. It has 5 poles. 5, count them, 5. There, see there? 5. The North Pole, I just found out, has got 2 now. I'd say we're in a polar shift, not global climate change. We definitely have a polar shifting problem going on, and there's not a damn thing we can do about it except write it out. Hell, the dinosaurs wrote out the Ice Age, and we wrote out the mini Ice Age. We should be able to write out this, but we should learn that we're being snookered by a bunch of idiots who think they can get rich off of our backs. And we shouldn't allow that to happen. I'm in Florida. I'm looking out here, right out here at the Sound. I can see the Sound from here. It hasn't gone up a foot in the past, since I've been down here in '67. Not a foot. Yet we're led to believe I'm supposed to be underwater now. What's wrong with this picture? We're being lied to. And the sooner we get off the stump and say enough is enough, then yeah, that's what it should be. Now look, I don't have nothing against green energy. By God, bring it on! I love it. Windmills and photovoltaic glass or whatever. More power to you in my book. But let me put it to you this way. You're not taking away the aircraft industry. You're not taking away the automobile industry. You're not taking away any industry. We live on profit and commerce. And if you can't work within those parameters, get the hell out of business. That's what Donald Trump would tell you. That's what I'm telling you. And that's the way it should be, because we are a country of profit and business. And that's the way I like it. So, this is Glenn MacArthur. Absolute truth. Goodbye.